What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about 10 times that American celebrities praised the United Kingdom over the United States. Here in the US, I mean, let's be honest, a lot of us like to think that we are just the best, just the greatest place ever. And unfortunately, I really think that mindset often prevents us from understanding or acknowledging a lot of the great things in other countries. So, today, I actually want to check out some of these examples of famous Americans talking about some of the things that they love in the UK more than here in the US. So I think this will be very interesting. Let's take a look. Starting with Gwyneth Paltrow on civilization. So her quote says, I think people are much more civilized here in the United Kingdom than they are in the States? Hey! Wait a, hey! That's. Is that a compliment to the UK or like an insult to the US? Or maybe a bit of both? Because, geez, I think Americans have been called a lot of things, but uncivilized? Are we that uncivilized? Oh my God. And she's American, so I kind of have no choice but to take her word for this, since, yeah, she was actually married to Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, right? So and he's British, so she would know actually. Oh God. It says Paltrow lived in London for over a decade. Oh wow. So she actually lived in London in the UK for 10 years? Oh wow. So she really would know. So, wow, you're more civilized in the UK. More civil. What does that mean? Like you treat each other better? Things are more orderly, organized, happier? I don't. What? She frequently noted that the pace of life and social etiquette in England felt more refined and civilized than the hectic nature of American life. Wow. That's pretty substantial. And unfortunately, not really the type of thing that a country can really. Can we improve on that? Is there a way to fix that for for the millions of Americans to just become more civilized? Oh God! Wow, more civil in the UK. That does sound nice. Okay, Tom Cruise enjoys the British spirit. He said, I spent a lot of time here in Britain. It's a wonderful place to live. I love the spirit of the people. Ooh, the spirit of the people. So, this one isn't like so much of a direct insult to Americans. It's more of like it's a compliment to British people, like your spirit. What does he mean exactly? Cruise has made the UK his primary base. Really? Oh, for several major productions. Oh, his base for a lot, like some of his movies and films. He praises the professionalism of British crews and the incredible spirit of the British public during challenging times. Oh, yeah, okay. I wonder what if Tom Cruise was like in the UK during some kind of challenging period of history, or I didn't know he spent so much time there. The incredible spirit, like the spirit of remaining like steadfast and positive, and like the discipline to move on and go through life and move forward, that like that kind of thing. I think. I think I get it. That's a very big compliment. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift enjoys the privacy and the vibe of the UK, the vibe. She said, I love the UK. I love the vibe of it. Everyone is so nice. People are so respectful. That word is important because that's probably a difference. Because people in the US aren't always respectful. And I feel like that's one of the stereotypes that we're known for, especially traveling like abroad. Americans being loud, disrespectful, not being respectful of other people and how we affect them. Swift famously celebrated her love for London in a song and interview, praising the city for its unique atmosphere and the respectful distance fans and public maintain compared to the United States. Oh, that like respect in regards to like celebrity. Like in the UK, maybe as a celebrity you feel safer or like you're not going to get harassed and mobbed. Like here, yeah, I mean, here celebrity and fame in the United States, it's out of control. That's for sure. Like famous people are like treated like gods like a lot of times and people go crazy and okay, so British people in general just have like a more like just are more normal, like behave yourselves, like and don't get so carried on or overzealous with like worshiping fame and stuff. That's actually honestly very healthy. I like that. Johnny Depp enjoys the quiet life of the UK. He said British people are cool and will greet you as if you're a neighbor without overstepping. I can just be me. That's Johnny Depp. Also, very similar to Taylor Swift. A lot of these celebrities seem to enjoy the UK because you guys are just like more respectful towards celebrities. So that's a bit specific to like celebrity life. Depp revealed his preference for his Somerset estate over Hollywood. So he prefers staying in the UK, praising the British public for their discretion and ability to treat celebrities with neighborly respect rather than a spectacle. Yeah, that's not something you see in the US. People go insane for celebrities here. Like, celebrities are literally in danger and like if you've ever seen like the paparazzi and like the photos of fans mobbing people for autographs, and I'm sure you have some of that in the UK, but in general, it seems like two massive stars like Johnny Depp and Taylor Swift, some of the most famous people on the planet, are like paying this compliment to the UK, so it must be true. Ariana Grande, pure politeness of the UK. She said, I think British people are a lot more polite than Americans. Everyone is just so sweet. So you guys are more civil, more respectful, more polite. Wow. Grande has frequently commented on the gentleness of her UK fanbase and the politeness encountered in daily British interactions, comparing it favorably over her US experiences. Wow. I mean, this literally must be true. Like the respect and the civil, being more civil and normal and honestly a healthier attitude. This must be true because like at least three of these major celebrities have said so. Madonna enjoys the manners and orderliness of the UK. She said, I feel very much at home in England, which I know isn't the entire UK, but for some Americans and these celebrities, I think their idea of the UK is just like London or just England. But anyway, it still has value to it. I love the manners. I love the order. I love the history. The manners, the order. It's interesting. A lot of them are using these types of words, which all come back to civilized. That first one was actually more accurate than I ever realized. Are people just more civilized in the UK? During her years in the English countryside, Madonna fully embraced their lifestyle, finding the deep rooted traditions and social order a refreshing change from American chaos. The traditions, that would be cool. And the history, like you guys in the UK have such a longer history, like so much more cool stuff, like architecture, historical sites and things, castles in the UK. That's really cool. That's true. Um, Miley Cyrus, respectful energy. Respectful again. Wow. This isn't just a stereotype. Like, British people have a little bit of a stereotype of being very proper. Like, that's what we've seen in movies, like, when we were kids. Like, oh, you have your cup of tea, and you're very proper and polite with the accent, and uh, a lot of Americans just think of, like, a posh British person as, like, a stereotype. And that's obviously maybe over the top, but clearly there's something going on here where, and it's a good thing. I think this is a great compliment for a whole culture of people to be known for being respectful. People, she said, people are just so much more polite and respectful. I love London. A lot of them have clearly just been to London, but um, let's say this: you would never, ever in a million years hear this description be applied to New York City. You know, like the parallel of London in the UK, New York City. People are not known for being respectful, just the opposite. Miley Cyrus has often cited London as her favorite city in the world. Wow, these are all American celebrities, by the way. Basically, some of them outright saying they would rather live in the UK. I think they're basically saying that. London is her favorite city, specifically noting that the public's approach to celebrity is far more dignified and less aggressive than LA. That's fascinating. Like, I've always known that here in the US, people are obsessed with celebrities, and I've seen, like, the videos of mobs of people. But I never quite stopped and thought about how strange that is and unhealthy that is, because it is so normal here. Courtney Love, intellectual depth. She said, the British press actually analyze. It's a much more literate and intelligent culture. Oh my God. You're more intelligent, literate. She's actually praising the paparazzi of the UK, the press, for what. And yeah, I mean, here in America, the press have a bad reputation a lot of the time. So, Love famously preferred the British music press over the American equivalent, stating that the UK's appreciation for lyrics and cultural subtext was far deeper and more rewarding for an artist. Oh wow, that's different. Interesting seeing like what celebrities value and what they think about. Like the press, what journalists write about them. And she thinks people in the UK are more fair about that. That's interesting. Justin Timberlake says he likes British wit. He said the British wit here is incredible. You have to be on your toes. I love the engagement of the audience. The wit, the banter, the joking, the yeah. Because here in the U.S., we don't have as much wit, for one thing. We have a different comedy culture. We don't have as much sarcasm, I think. Wit is an interesting word. Being witty requires being observational and smart, I think, and being quick and funny, which is, that's like kind of an extraordinary quality here in the US, maybe more common in the UK, which is cool. Timberlake has often praised the British sense of humor, specifically its dryness and wit, stating that performing for a UK audience requires a higher level of intellectual engagement. You have to be smarter to perform in the UK for the people because they require it. Again, big compliment to the UK. Can't help but feel This is a slight against Americans that we are literally dumber, for lack of a better word. Um, Bradley Cooper says the cultural weight. Ooh, he said there's a different weight to the culture in the UK, a different appreciation for the craft of acting. So, specifically as an actor, he appreciates that British people appreciate the craft. Really? I think Americans really like we love movies and we love celebrities, but sure, the actual craft of acting as a craft, we certainly don't get into like the nitty-gritty appreciation of that. We got the Oscars and stuff though, the Academy Awards, so I don't know. During his time performing on the West End, Cooper noted that the UK has a more profound respect for theater. Oh, theater. Theater. That's a whole different thing. Theater. And the technical craft of performance compared to the celebrity centric culture of the United States. Oh, wow. Theater. That is a whole different thing. And theater is not so popular here in the US. Is that more popular? Like live stage performances, is that more popular in the UK? Yeah, that's a whole different level of appreciation. Sounds really cool. Like if you're an actor, I can see why a lot of these actors on the list really love the UK. Seems like you guys just like treat them better and understand them better and appreciate them more. But every celebrity here, every American here obviously had something really nice to say about the UK. Some of them sounded like they'd just rather live there. So yeah, I definitely gained a newfound appreciation for some of the ways that you guys approach life. This was really more about like British attitudes and sentiment and how you behave, and how you treat each other. Actually, which is a really interesting thing to learn about, and a very good thing. I think we could honestly take a lot. As Americans, we could certainly improve on all this. I'll admit that much. It's true. So this was cool seeing like Americans who have sort of lived in the UK and their perspective, and how it's changed their perspective on the US. But anyway, this was awesome. If you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on these American celebrities sort of praising the UK and what they think. That'd be cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me or reacting to the UK and learning things about the UK that I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.